What's up, everyone, and welcome to our very first F1 2020 My Team episode. I know we're super far behind here, and quite frankly, you guys have probably already seen a lot of people run through this initial stage of setting everything up, so we're going to breeze through this pretty quickly. Alright, so here's what we're rolling with. I just quickly went through it very fast just because, like I said, you guys have probably already seen this a ton of times. We're going with Slingshot Fuel as our main sponsor for this season, or at least the primary sponsor for now. I think earning 15 Constructors Championship points in the season is going to be relatively easy. Going with Honda, quite frankly, just because they're the cheapest, and the performance is right there. It's really the durability that's going to be an issue, and quite frankly, even if we do have durability issues, we're already going to be starting at the back most of the time anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal. Went with Matsushita. I guess we're going with that. Again, I need to work on some of the pronunciation of some of these guys. I will say I did actually start My Team and only got like a couple of weeks in a while back, and the drivers were completely different. So I don't know what they did there in one of the updates, but regardless, this is what we're going with. We did get a $4.3 million signing bonus for going with our sponsor. So we do have another extra $500,000, as you can see right there, that we could have went and put towards our driver or our drivetrain. But I decided just to go ahead, keep that money in the bank, and kind of see what we can get into. Let's keep going. All right, so here is what we're going to be looking like aesthetically at the beginning of the season. If you didn't catch it, I did decide to name my team Dunder Mifflin Racing. I'm a big Office fan, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to at least do something a little bit different. I mean, most people are just, using their last name and then sticking motorsport behind it. I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hey, the documentary did really well, and right after that, they're rolling deep in cash, so decided to go ahead and drop some in the F1 world, I guess. So anyway, let's see what else we got. Okay, so this is what our weekend structure is looking like right now. I think 50% race distance is going to be pretty good. We may be tweaking that in either direction. I'm going to be doing full on the qualifying and all that good stuff. I'm starting at 95 on the AI level. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet in the video or not, but I have been sim racing for a while, but I've actually never owned an F1 game. I am an F1 fan, and like I said, I've been sim racing, so I don't really know why I've never got around to it. I just never have. So this is what we're running for now, and hopefully, we can kind of be competitive here again. There's going to be some growing pains for sure. So, all we can do is, keep pushing. All right, so I'm going to be entirely honest here. I've actually already done this before, so I do kind of know what the strategy is here. So we're really going to be focusing on chassis and aero.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT, and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams, and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill, and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
So again, I kind of already know the deal here. You kind of, it's going to affect how your car is going to start out based upon what kind of goes down here. So again, we're really going to be targeting chassis and aero. I think I'm going to go more for aero at first, and kind of see where that takes us. Not really going to be focusing on durability at all. And I really, personally, I think AlphaTauri is going to be kind of where we're going to set our bar for the first season. If we can be competing with them, we're probably going to be doing pretty good. I've done enough races to know that the Alfa Romeo is just wicked fast in a straight line. There we go.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Get some more aero pushed in our right direction.
Part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Yeah, we'll get a little, because this should increase our chassis right here, so we'll go ahead and bump that up a little bit.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
Alright, time to see what our car looks like underneath the lights. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I can't remember what the clip looks like, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I don't hate it. Car's got this weird, like, zebra thing going on. I don't know. It looks cool, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get into. This will be temporary for sure. Yeah, it looks clean. Tell me what you think. All right, so it looks like we got time to schedule one more activity here before our first Grand Prix weekend at Australia. And I think I'm gonna go with a preseason merchandise sale. Just pick up an extra 500K. No big deal. And go ahead and head on to Australia and see what we can do on track. I'm pretty excited. I don't know really what to expect as far as what my pace is gonna be like. I think ultimately, as long as we can keep this thing on track the entire race, we should be okay for the most part. Before we get to the race, though, I did quickly kind of just want to show you where we're at right now in the vehicle performance chart. We're looking at third worst car right now. Actually, quite a bit above Haas and Williams, though, already. And already kind of knocking on the door of the Alfa Romeo. So, not as bad as I would have thought. You can see we have no data in R&D progress right now. But as expected, Mercedes way up there. So yeah, we're really going to be focusing, like I said, on the chassis and the aero. You can see there's pretty much a direct correlation between having good aero and a good chassis, and less oriented towards the engine. I mean, we're pretty much already middle of the pack when it comes to engine, and powertrain and drivetrain. So for me, I'm not going to be focusing on durability or the powertrain too much. Anyway, enough of the rambling. Let's get on track and see what we can do.
Morning, boss. Jeff here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team. I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts here today, and the car is ready to head out whenever you are.
Here we go. First time on track, boys. Haven't touched anything in the setup. We're just gonna head out there and see what we got. Alright, we gotta get set up here. I gotta get more comfortable. One moment. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, loads of understeer right there. Lock the right front up some. The first of many. So while I have a chance, I am going to mention that most of my videos are going to be live commentary. That's just the kind of style that I prefer. You know, we'll see what we kind of get into. Also, let me know if you're into the face cam or not. I'll probably, you know, throw it on one video, take it off the other, whatever. Just kind of see how I feel about it. All right, here we are in qualifying now. We're going to see what we can get into. I'm not really sure. Honestly, anything other than last, I'm going to be pretty pleased with. So, let's get to the lap. All right, so somehow our first lap, I actually didn't even record it because I just thought it was going to be such a bad lap. Turned to 23 flat. Was able to sneak into Q2 in our first outing right there. Only about 0.3 faster than our teammate, but it was enough. So already right in the middle of the pack, we're able to out-qualify some decent teams. Nothing crazy. We're able to skirt by Pierre Gasly and Raikkonen on to Q2. All right, so when it was all said and done, we held strong in P11. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, that's really good for our first outing. Honestly, I didn't even make an attempt to get into the top 10 at the end of Q2 there. Quite frankly, I just thought P11 is actually a pretty good spot for us. We're right on the fringe of points. And more importantly, we're going to be able to start on fresh set of tires. So pretty excited about that. Really, really outperformed our teammate here. Didn't even make it into Q2. I think he's starting like 19th or something like that, maybe a little worse. So, yeah, I mean, again, pretty much exactly the same lap that I ran in Q1. But ultimately, pretty happy with that. You can kind of see a consistent thing here. Mercedes, Mercedes, Ferrari, Ferrari, Red Bull, Red Bull. So no big surprise there in the first outing of the year. All right, so looking at the strategy now. I don't know, like I really don't want to go to the hard tire. It looks like the soft compound to the hard compound is going to be the way to go according to this. Let's see, could we go further and then go to the medium? So right there is actually the strategy we're going to go. So we're going to go soft to medium compound. As far as fuel goes, I know you can save quite a bit of fuel running in lean a lot. I don't know, like I'm not going to be super aggressive with, I know a lot of guys go really, really low on fuel. I'm just going to go, you know, a tad under and just see if we can be a little bit, you know, cognizant of it throughout these first few runs until I really, really get used to doing that. That was one of the biggest things that I was struggling with when I was just playing on some of the free-to-play weekends, was just, you know, messing with all the stuff on the MFD. So our teammate qualified better than I expected. Quite frankly, I qualified a lot better than I was expecting to, because I'm just not a great hot lapper. Like in any sim racing thing that I do, I'm just not a particularly good hot lapper. So I don't know, I think this is going to be an outlier. This is just a track that, even though, like I said, this is, you know, I'm very inexperienced on games, on F1 games. This is a track that I have run the most, probably because it is the first race of the season, and, you know, the free-to-play weekends and stuff that I referenced a bunch already, you know, this was always the first track. So, you know, it's kind of why I'm the most comfortable here. So we'll see how that plays the rest of the season. If we continually qualify this well, I'm definitely going to be upping the difficulty, but I don't think that's going to be an issue yet. All right, here we go. See if we can get a good start here. A little late on the light. Already on the overtake button. Still fighting it. Not a good start at all. Just got to keep this wing on us. I don't know what happened there. P13 now. I don't know how the wing is. Wing's all right. All right, we're good. little bit off the track there. Still fighting Gio here. Able to clear him. A bit oversteer there. Nothing we can't handle though. Stroll and Norris in front of us.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Back up to standard for the run back into turn 1. Lots of dirty air right here. That's definitely probably my worst corner on the track. Another little bit of contact there to our front wing. Don't know how it is, but nothing popped up, so it's got to be okay for the most part. Sitting in lean right now. Very close to a corner cut there. I'm trying to talk as much as I can, but honestly, I'm just not used to it yet, and I really got to focus here.
Right, some information on Ricardo. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Not even sure where Ricardo was running. Actually, it looks like a Renault is right there in front of Norris. Oh, that's Ocon, though. Stayed in 4th that time, and it did not like that. If we went to 3rd, probably would have got an even better run on Stroll. He was pretty slow through there, too, for some reason. Looks like, I don't think it's... Yeah, Ricardo's got a train formed behind him. Not sure why. Well, he does have a problem, so I guess it's not a terminal issue. It's just something that's hindering his speed, huh? That section is so scary. Lots of understeer there. Once again, fairly close. I just don't get a good run out of here. I haven't figured it out yet. Well, an accidental upshift there. So you have to think we're pretty much going to be on a similar strategy to all these guys. It's just going to be interesting to see how many of these guys go to the hard tire and how many go to the medium, if any. So we're really going to take advantage of that medium tire at the beginning of the run. Strolling with a mistake. Not a big enough one for us to capitalize. Still absolutely no pressure out back. Oh, I missed my braking point bad there. Oh, big run on Stroll here. Again, this is just not a great spot to get that run. I keep getting them in bad spots. So much dirty air. Oh, Ocon finally gets around Ricardo. Oh, I see why. Into the pit road he goes. It's the closest we've been. It's like Hamilton's already pitted too. Up the inside we go. Haven't made it work yet, and we complete the pass, finally. What was that, 10 laps working on Stroll? Finally get it done. Alright, we're gonna really baby it into pit road because I forgot to practice the pit road entry. Not horrendous, I guess. It wasn't particularly good. Still a little confused how... Oh, so Stroll went to softs again. Oh.
Go, go, go.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. Gotta take care of these tires at the end.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Able to leapfrog Norris. Or did we? He's trying to use us up here. Not gonna let it happen. And we're able to clear him back. Alright, cool. And we're on the faster tire, so we should be okay.
Okay, clear.
Oh yeah, something happened behind us. With Norris. So we're more than good now. No pressure out back at all. Able to leapfrog Ricardo too. Oh wow. Lando! No! So we're able to stay in front of Stroll as well, but he's running us down a little bit.
Yellow flag.
Somebody's had an incident up here.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.6 seconds.
I'm really trying to stay at DRS here, but it's just a little too quick for me. Matsushita is in the pits. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of people telling me my pronunciation's wrong, and I
Who is coming in for his stop?
am not gonna be surprised. So we are in the top 10 right now. We're actually in P9. Looks like we are catching the Renault in front of us as well. So you guys will have to tell me if you prefer kind of this live commentary style, or would you like to see kind of like a mixture? Do you want to see a face cam? Like, it's probably going to be a while before I even get anybody commenting who cares enough to even tell me, but
We won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
I would like to know to just kind of, because I really don't care either way. I prefer this style, but I know not everyone does, so I guess I can do a little bit of everything, add in a face cam every few videos or whatever. We'll see what we decide to do there, but don't be afraid to tell me what you prefer. I'm really trying to avoid the curb there. Like, I know I can kind of short shift up and try to avoid some wheel spin, but I don't know, just avoiding that curb altogether is just a little bit more comfortable. It's probably not faster, but a couple personal bests so far. Starting to burn some fuel off.
increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Whoa. Big moment there, but we kept her going straight somehow, and there she is. Been waiting for it, but didn't expect to get it in that corner. Back-to-back corners, you gotta love that. We almost could intentionally back up the Stroll just so we could start, you know, using DRS off of him to try to pull away from Ricciardo, because he's the main guy we're fighting now for sure after that 3-second penalty. I mean, that would be sacrificing P10 or P9 for sure. But it might be a way we can kind of guarantee we're going to get points, because Ricciardo's catching us at the moment. So I'm going to have to turn it up a little bit.
Green flag.
Looks like something happened to Ricciardo, actually. Ironically. Ricciardo just dropped 3 seconds back all of a sudden. He's dropping even further back now. Alright then. Oh, wow. Well, there's the answer to that question. Stroll is definitely catching us now, though, and we're definitely struggling in this third sector. A bit oversteer there. Yeah, he's going to be in our DRS this time, I think.
Okay, some information on Perez. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So now that's 11th, 2 laps in a row, having major issues that are going to cost them quite a bit of time.
Lost some time to the car behind.
And with that information, I just rode one of the most important parts of the track and lean the entire way. I mean, when I hit it right, I feel like I'm pretty good in the first sector. Second sector, I think I'm average. And I could be a lot better if I could hit that high-speed DRS section leading up to it a lot better. But that third sector, I'm just bad. There's no other way to put it. I'm just bad. And I also struggle, like, while I'm talking right now, I can tell I'm, you know, just missing my marks badly. I mean, honestly, unless I make another big mistake. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why I'm fighting this hard. I mean, we're already going to be stuck in 10th because of our 3-second penalty. I forgot about that. So, I mean, I really probably shouldn't even be doing this, because I don't want to make a massive mistake and cost me the race. Very close to getting a warning there, I think. I promise I'll get better at this live commentary stuff, but right now I'm just not used to it. So I don't know how much dead space you guys are going to be hearing, but hopefully I get better, not only at the game and racing and just driving on this game in general, because it's a lot of fun. I like it. And I feel like I've picked up some stuff pretty quickly. Also, I've been flirting with the idea of possibly running the cockpit camera. I mean, that's what I prefer, and I'm trying to run this more of like a simulation, because I prefer the simulator style, but I know a lot of guys and the esports guys run this camera. It's just a little bit, you know, easier to work with hitting your marks and stuff, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see how it feels. I might run some cockpit stuff.
The gap to the car ahead is 9.2
Whoa,
seconds.
whoa. Yeah, he's gonna pass us here for sure now, so we're just gonna let him have it. Absolutely no pressure. This has been a pretty tame race. I mean,
Fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
just not close enough. Just not close enough. All in all, not a bad start to this my team here. You know, I really wasn't sure what I could do. So I'm pretty excited about what we're gonna be doing with this series. Gonna be a lot of other stuff going on in the channel, but you know, to get even just 1 point on our first race there, looks like Valtteri is able to get his first win of the season. Very cool. Lewis is able to get the fastest lap though. And it's a shame I wouldn't have got that 3-second penalty. We probably could have been a lot more aggressive on Stroll up here, but it's all right. Still going to be pretty satisfied with a points finish in our debut. And there it is, the checkered flag.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
All right, well, that's going to be the Australian Grand Prix. Yeah, able to come home with 1 point. Shame we couldn't have done better, but honestly, in our first race as an organization, can we complain? But so much. I mean, even our teammate there coming home P15, started 17th. So you know, we both were able to improve a little bit upon our starting spot. So you know, he did get lapped, but nevertheless, you know, still was able to finish ahead of some decent names. Probably wouldn't have finished as high as he did, nor would we have had, you know, Lando and Ricardo both not had issues. So yeah, I mean, it was a fun one, and yeah, I think it's time to go back now and look at some resource points. So let's go ahead and hop in and take a look at our R&D tree here. Now I went ahead and purchased 3 upgrades already right off the rip. Number 1 is going to be just a minor weight redistribution there on the chassis. The other thing is going to be 2 rear downforce upgrades. You can see because of our interview questions and how we answered that, we were already able to get some front downforce upgrades on the car right off the rip. And for this time, we're going to want to go ahead and put some rear downforce on there to kind of balance that out. You can see that's going to put us way above Haas, Alpha, Williams, and Racing Point if we can get both of these done, assuming they don't make any upgrades, but you know they're going to be making some as well. So both of these will be in development along with our chassis, and hopefully we'll have to take a look here when this would be done. Yeah, so they wouldn't be done until before Vietnam, it looks like. So Bahrain's a really quick turnaround. And it's so quick that we're only going to be able to have time to schedule 1 activity before our next race. And that's going to be G-Force training. That's actually going to be able to get us a +1 racecraft on our second driver. So Matsushita is going to get a little bit more racecraft in race pace situations. So this is kind of what we look like here in terms of all this good stuff. So a couple quick things in the facilities. Number 1 is I'm going to hop over to personnel really quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and improve our second driver's experience stat, because I'm fairly certain from everything that I've seen and looked upon, this actually does increase the resource points you get from your second driver. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then we're going to just kind of sit on that for now. We're already under $1 million, kind of just see what we get going. And you can see our weekly resource points generation down there and our weekly running cost at 30K. So our team acclaim's up there. We have a long ways to go, but to be in the points in our first race definitely shows that we have the potential in how I'm driving the tracks. We also definitely probably need to up the difficulty. I feel like I've said that a bunch, but I know a lot of guys are running 110. There's just no way I'm that fast. So I think this is going to be okay. Maybe not. We'll have to see. Again, we're going to dynamically switch that. Let me know what is the difficulty you guys are running in most of your guys' stuff. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoy, and come back for episode 2 where we're running Bahrain. Catch you then.